Hello everybody, welcome back to Cannonball Cottage. Today we're going to be making a little starter dish with Scottish black pudding, and here it is. This Scottish black pudding come all the way from a town, well village really, of Dingwall in the Highlands of Scotland, and it's made by Coburn's and Son. Or it could be, depends on how you pronounce it, Cockburn's and Son. And a friend of mine who has relatives up there in that area in the Highlands brings me one of these black pudding sticks every year after he's visited his relatives. And it's their own special recipe, as all butchers do. They all have their own recipes. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to make a simple little dish using the black pudding. We're going to make a cream cheese sauce using, we have some milk, full fat milk, we have some Philadelphia cheese, we have some flour, we have some cheddar cheese, we have a little bit of tomatoes there, chopped up diced tomatoes with the seeds removed, and we've got some cayenne pepper. I've got some butter already in the pan, and we'll give this a whirl now, and let's get started with making up this sauce. Already got the butter reasonably melted. What we're going to do is add about 50 grams of, or a tablespoon of butter to a tablespoon of flour, equal quantities. We're just going to bring that together to make the roux. It shouldn't take too long really, but it's quite easy. Just mix all that flour into the butter, and the theory behind this is to cook out the rawness of the flour. And then once I've done that, I'm going to add some of this cream cheese. And don't be alarmed, of course, if you're going to use cream cheese in this sauce, because it goes quite clumpy really. But believe me, it will actually all turn out all right. And you'll see what I mean now when I put this sort of, I suppose a dessert spoonful of this cream cheese, and as I said, you'll see exactly what I mean. What happens to this cream cheese here now? It goes all clumpy and doesn't look very good at all. Seems to all go, look, it all congeals. But as I said, don't be alarmed. Continue stirring, and then of course start adding some of this full fat milk. Just keep on stirring away, and it'll all come together. We've got a little bit of heat coming through now. I'm going to switch over to a whisk. Let's get this going. See how it's beginning to mix through now. A wee bit more of the milk. I suppose if you wanted to, you could buy a ready-made cheese sauce, or however it comes in the markets. I've no idea actually. I've never bought one, but I suppose you can buy them, a cheese sauce. It's quite simple just to make one. Now, of course, depending on how thick you want the sauce is your own personal preference. You just keep on mixing that like so, and that will now thicken up. In the meantime, I'm going to take a couple of slices of this Scottish black pudding from Dingwall up in the Highlands. And just move that out of the way. We take the outer skin off, we don't need the skin. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt in the sauce and some black pepper. And I'm also going to put some cayenne pepper in, just to give it a little bit of a zing. See, that's coming on really nicely. What I will do is now reduce that down so it just ticks over, and throw this skin away. And I cut one of these in half so it fits in the dish. One there, and one there, so we've got a nice portion of there you go. Let's see how this is doing. That's thickening nicely. I'm going to just give it a bit of a taste actually. Yep, that's fine. Doesn't need any salt. Might need a bit of cayenne pepper just to give it a, as I said, create a little bit of a zing. So there you have your cream. We're just going to add a little bit of cheddar into it as well. Just grate it and make it a little bit cheesier. Stir that in just before we coat the black pudding, and then it's going to be baked in the oven for just over 10 minutes at 200 degrees. And there you go. Have a taste. Yum. Yum yum. So the next step, we'll turn this off. Sauce is ready. We'll coat the black pudding in this sauce. Making sure not to overfill, otherwise it'll all go down the sides. But I think that was just a perfect amount, wasn't it? Look at that. Wonderful. Right, to finish it, we add some more cheese, like so. We have some of this diced tomato, just to finish it off, to give it a bit of contrast, you know, sort of bit of colour. And then I've got a few small pieces of black pudding that I'd previously diced up, just to put on top like so. There's one more there, and there you have black pudding, Scottish black pudding in a cream cheese sauce that's now going to be baked off in the oven. And as always, here's one I made earlier. You can't whack it. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. I'll just move this plate out of the way, this diffuser. I'll place it on the best spot to view. And while I've got that drink in my hand, I'll just have a quick swig. Cheers, everyone. Never waste an opportunity. Whenever you've got a drink in your hand, take a drink. And a little bit of parsley there over the top. And there you have black pudding in a cream cheese sauce. Again, Scottish black pudding in a cream cheese sauce. I used to do this in the restaurant, and the name I gave it in the restaurant was sort of a tongue-in-cheek name, and I called it sort of black pudding thermidor. However, usually obviously thermidor is associated with lobster, but I just thought it was quite funny really just to use black pudding and give it that name. But anyway, here we go, Scottish black pudding in a cream cheese sauce here in Cannonball Cottage in the afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed this little demonstration, and I hope you enjoyed trying it. If you do like it, make a comment, and I'll get back to you with any queries that you may well have. Give us a thumbs up, give it a share, and subscribe to our channel. And just before you go, I'm going to give it, I don't know if it's too hot really for me to try, but I'm going to give it, do my best and give it a try. Just yeah. Well, a bit speechless. You won't be disappointed when you try this. It's absolutely fantastic, and that cayenne pepper just finishes it off nicely. Anyway, I waffle on. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon. Bye. Absolutely lovely.